Hello everyone, this is NAI here, and in today's tutorial I will teach you how to create this photography logo in Inkscape. I will add the color code in the description below so that you can follow along with me. First we go ahead and we create a new composition. Then we make sure that snapping, bounding boxes and all of its elements, other points and all of its elements are enabled. And first we're going to draw the circle. So we take the ellipse tool, and while holding Ctrl to keep the one-to-one proportions, we go ahead and we create a large circle like this. And then we're going to center it in the middle of the composition. So we go to the Align and Distribute menu. You can find it here if you don't have it. Here we set it relative to page. And we center the circle both horizontally and vertically. And then we're going to draw the hexagon. So we take the Start Polygon tool, we set it to polygon, and we set the number of corners to 6. And then while holding Ctrl, we go ahead and we create an hexagon. So it must be oriented like this, and it must be smaller than the circle. And we are going to set its fill to a different color. And then we are also going to align it in the center of the composition to have it in the middle of the circle. And then we select both the circle and the hexagon. And we go to Path, Difference. So this removes the area of the hexagon from the circle and leaves a hole in the middle. And then we're going to create the divisions. So in order to do that, we take the pen tool. We add the first node here along the inner edge of the hexagon. We hold on Ctrl to keep it on a straight line. And then we double click at the outer extremity of the circle to create the other node. And this creates our line. And then we're going to duplicate and rotate the line to have 6 of them overall. So click on the line, and we set its rotation center right in the middle of the composition. And then we go to the Transform tab, we select Rotate. You can find it here if you don't have it. And we press on Ctrl D to duplicate the line. And we set the rotation angle to 60 degrees. And we click on Apply. And then we repeat the process. We press on Ctrl D and we click on Apply until we have 6 lines overall. And then we select both the object and all 6 lines. And we are going to create the divisions. So we take the Shape Builder tool. We set the action to add. And we leave Replace Objects on. And then we click on all 6 shapes to turn them into separate objects. And then we click on Accept. So now we have 6 separate objects. And we are going to create the gaps between them. So we select all 6 of them. And we go to Path, Inset. So this creates the gaps between the elements. And the last step is going to be to add the colors. So we select one of the shapes. We select the Dropper tool. And we pick the color to set it as a fill color. And then we're going to repeat the process for all of the shapes. Alright, so that was it for this tutorial. You learned how to create a photography logo in Inkscape. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something from it. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye!